welcome to another episode of Thirsty Thursdays, where I sip on a refreshing drink and bring your thirst for knowledge a quencher, so to speak. Today, we have Starbucks. Don't know if you can see that in the camera. It's a triple shot energy, so it's extra strength, 225 milligrams of caffeine. I've taken a sip already. 10 milligrams of protein and caramel flavor, and probably enough carbs to put a diabetes kid in the hospital. Well, if you love Starbucks, that might be the drink for you. Not so much for me, but at any rate, it'd probably save you 2/3 of the cost than going inside to a Starbucks store, and save you a little bit of time. But not for me. All right. Well, that is that. Well, let's get back to it. One question that I have been asking realtors is what challenges are you facing? And the number two response is low inventory. And so I really got to thinking about that. And I wanted to dive into it just a little bit, give you some facts and actually 4 factors affecting the housing market today and the housing supply. So, kind of going in with that is, just kind of a blanket statement. Contending with low inventory is not ideal and it's not fun. Low housing supply has led to the rise in home prices, buyer competition, and in many markets, bidding wars, which nobody likes. But the question is why the shortage in the first place? Why hasn't it changed much in recent years? And so here's what you need to know. Number one, slow housing construction. And so builders have reduced their work since the housing crash in 2008. There's also been issues with supply chains, the rise in cost of lumber and other materials. I know concrete has gone through the roof. All other that, and in fact, is contractor shortages too. During COVID, nobody really wanted to work. Everybody's sick, couldn't work. Whatever the case may be, I've been talking to a few builders, and they're essential workers, but yet they were making all the noise. People were, staying home from work, and even builders that were out there and contractors that were out there annoyed everybody else that was at home. They're banging around, getting jackhammers out there, whatever the case may be. It just made a lot of noise. So anyway, all these elements have made it harder to build new homes to increase the supply. Number two, homeowners staying put. This is me. Right now, the mortgage rates are higher than they were at the height of the pandemic. And so finding a new home doesn't always make sense for the homeowners with the 2 and 3% rates that we saw a few years ago. So few are choosing to sell because of the interest rates, but many older homeowners are choosing to age in place too, which keeps the number of existing homes on the market low. Number 3, high demand. Home buying demand jumped during the pandemic, and while it's slowed a little bit due to the higher mortgage rates, demand is still outpacing the supply, guys. And much of this demand comes from the millennials, who are now at their prime home buying age, which is crazy to think about. Anyway, number 4, institutional investors. The big investors are snapping up all the properties too, and they often hope to rent them out through programs like Airbnb and the different ones out there. And so that actually takes them off the market for sale. And I think one point last year when I did the homework, they accounted for almost 7% of all the home sales. So just FYI, those are 4 factors there for you. For more ideas or questions for me to tackle, comment below. And as always, for more content, mash that like button, click subscribe. Now go make it a great Thirsty Thursday.